Hello, Mike Poling here, President and CEO of Lightwave Technologies and ABI. I'm here today to help you set up your React Pro system. You should have received that in the mail. You should have 2 packages, and we're going to go ahead and go through the process of getting it unpackaged, set up, and running for you today. So as you can see here, I have 2 packages, one larger, one smaller. Each is going to have different components of the unit. We're going to go through and kind of show you what you got and what to do with it. So go ahead and first off, make sure you have a nice sharp knife. I suggest a pair of scissors to help with the unpackaging, as well as an adjustable wrench. Go ahead and cut the packing tape on the boxes. Main unit. Go ahead and put that on the table. Go ahead and cut the packing tape on the second box. Let's see what we got in here. And also to note, if you do get your package in and it is damaged, please let us know immediately so we can deal with that. Inside the large box, you're gonna have 3 different compartments. Go ahead and carefully remove those as there's some loose pieces. And I actually suggest turning it on its side so as you slide out the components, nothing falls out. So we've taken the 3 trays out of the larger box, and we're gonna kind of go through all the different components that you have so you understand what you need to do. Also wanted to note that you do have full instructions and how-to of the assembly of the React Pro system. So in the foam container here, you're gonna see 4 legs and a pole. Now we're gonna work on the larger tray. This has a few components that we'll need initially. You will find your LED panel inside this box. Go ahead and set that aside for now. As well as the LED panel arm. Again, you can set that aside. You'll have your base leg mount in here as well. Go ahead and take that out. And then lastly, underneath this divider right here, you'll find the 5th leg. And now in the 3rd container, we're gonna go ahead and remove the items from there. In here, you'll find your operator's owner manual, as well as protocol booklets. You have your accessory kit, have power cord, cables, goggles, and such like that. Marketing and media items. This will be your 5-pound base weight. That'll be on the bottom of your stand. And lastly, the tray. Okay, now that we've got all of our components and pieces and everything laid out and unpackaged, I'm gonna go ahead and review what you should have in front of you. Over here, you're gonna have your main unit, your LED panel arm, system tray, and this is gonna be your stand assembly. You're gonna have 5 legs that are included with that. 2 of them do have locking, and we'll talk about that as we assemble, the base and the base weight. Additionally, we have our system accessory kit with our power cord, power strip, and eye protection, owner and operator manual, as well as protocol books, and our marketing kit. Okay, so let's assemble the stand. If you have an adjustable wrench, that's perfectly fine, as well as you can use a 14mm and a 17mm wrench if you have handy. First, we'll start with the pole. Let's go ahead and remove the bolt and washer off the bottom of that. Set that aside. Next, we have the base assembly. You're going to go ahead and insert the pole directly into the base. Next, we're going to do is take the 5 legs and remove the 14mm bolt out of each one. Now next, we're going to take each of the legs and we're going to place it in the slots provided in the base. Please note as you're installing these to go ahead and offset the locking wheels. The locking wheels are easily identified by having a locking lever and put a non-locking in between the 2. So once all 5 legs are installed, they should stay firmly within the base. As you can see right here, I have the base plate on. The 5 holes are lined up. And just with your hand, you can simply just put these finger tight at this time. Okay, now that we have those in and they're nice and snug, we're gonna go ahead and use the wrench to tighten them down fully. Adjustable wrench, or again, a 14mm wrench would work on here as well. So just give these a few turns until you feel they're very tight, and then give them about a 1/4 turn past tight. Perfect. So now our stand assembly is assembled. We just need to add the 5-pound base weight and put the bolt on. The easiest way to do this is to stand it upside down on a firm surface. Go ahead and place the 5-pound weight directly on. Line up the center hole with the washer. Go ahead and tighten it with your hand at first. When it's snug, go ahead and use your wrench. This is a 17mm bolt. Give it a few turns till it's nice and snug. Very good. And that is it. So now our stand is assembled and ready for the next step. So this is the Lightwave system tray here. You have a pole mount base right here along with the bushing. So what you're going to do is make sure that this plastic bushing is inside the pole mount. Make it nice and flush. As you can see, it's flush here. Then we're going to go ahead and slide that over the pole. Bring it at least 3 to 4 inches, or about 3-4 fingers from the top. So that way there's clearance for the LED panel arm. The cam lever here, go ahead and tighten it until it's firm, and the tray will not go anywhere. Now that we've assembled our stand and tray, we're going to go ahead and work on getting the LED panel mounted to the arm. The best way to do this first is to take your LED panel arm and place it in the small hole at the top of your stand. Simply just insert until it's fully seated. So once it's fully inserted, we're going to go ahead and remove the cable holding the arm down. Be careful that the arm is under tension and keep a firm grip on it. And allow that to extend out. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to be inserting the LED panel into the arm. To do so, we're going to have to remove the knob and some of the hardware out of the way initially. So go ahead and take the knob fully off, as well as the bolt and the washers that come with it. So now what we're going to do is we're going to insert the LED panel pin into the arm. Simply line up the 2 slots, insert the pin, and make sure it's fully seated. You should only have about 1/4 inch exposed of the pin, of the LED panel pin. Now at this time, we're going to go ahead and replace the hardware. On this side, you're going to place the washer and the bolt straight through. On the other side, you're going to put the other large washer as well, followed by the smaller washer, and then lastly, the knob. And to check that it's fully seated and properly installed, give it a yank and it should not remove from the arm. Additionally, you can torque down the knob and the panel should stay in the position that you place it. If it continues to move, give it a little bit more tension. Okay, great. So at this time, your unit should look something like this. Your LED panel should be connected to the arm connected to the stand with the tray on. So what we're going to do next is we're going to go ahead and install the main unit as well as run the cable through the cable path. Let's go ahead and do that. Take the main unit, let's go ahead and just place it directly on the tray. Now you can go ahead and open up the channels by simply just pressing and opening up each one of these. Easy enough. Place the cable inside, and these simply just snap close. So just give it a little press and you can feel it snap close. Perfect. So this time we're ready to plug in the LED panel and fire up the unit. Utilizing the power strip and power cord that we provided, go ahead and plug that into the wall. And then we're going to take the other end of the power cord and we're going to insert that into the back of the main unit. We turn on the main power by flipping the switch right above. Now the unit will go through its booting process. The screen will flicker and eventually it'll come to the login screen. Now that we're at the login screen, we're going to go ahead and log into the unit. Standard login is 1111. And at this time the unit is waiting for something to be plugged into socket 1. So let's go ahead and do that. On the end of the LED panel cable you'll find the connector. And on this connector there's going to be a red dot, as you can see right there, and with a little notch. This red dot is going to face up and it's only going to fit in one way. So let's go ahead and insert it. Once we insert it, the unit's going to recognize it and now it's going to give you options. By default, all units will start in the LED Lightwave mode. So to give you a quick laydown what's going on here, we have our main unit with a 7-inch touchscreen. On the left side here, you have the socket accessory. It's telling you what's plugged in. In the middle is telling you what protocol or program is ready to run. And on the right-hand side here, you have your next and previous for navigation to the different protocols, your start button, then as well as your TLI mode. And we'll go through those later in some other videos. To test your unit to make sure everything is functioning properly, go ahead and select any program you like, hit the start button, and then ensure that the lights are lighting up. As you can see here, we now have red light going, and everything appears to be working and functioning properly. Pretty easy. To stop, you can go ahead and hit the stop button. That will stop it. So congratulations, you've now fully assembled your Lightwave React Pro system. I'm gonna go through a couple tips and tricks just so you understand how to utilize and adjust certain items on here. So the LED panel arm has a couple of different adjustment knobs. You have one at the very bottom down here that allows it for the movement all the way in and out. The second one allows for the joint to move up and down. And the last one is for the LED panel. And if you do experience where the head actually moves something like this, you can actually adjust the knob and tighten it down to help it stay in place. Additionally, with the middle, you can do the same thing. So if the panel does not want to stay in the position you desire as such, you can tighten the knob here as well. When utilizing the system and trying to perform a treatment, you're going to have the system generally near the shoulder or head area, and you're going to move the panel left or right and up and down as needed to perform the treatment. So if we had somebody laying here and we're treating their face, their head would be right here. I would turn the panel to this position, bring down the unit ever so slightly, and make sure I have the right angle, and now I could perform a treatment. If you have any problems with this, please give our technical support staff a call and we'll help you out.